us change the scene so that so that
I don't have an
she doesn't
echo.
come
You're
in.
sounding fine. I don't
I
know
had
what's
an echo coming through my headphones, but it's gone now, so it's fine.
okay. Now I have an echo, but I think it's through Twitch. Because did you just start us on Twitch? Did you just put us live?
No, I don't think so.
Hold on.
Oh wait, I totally did. And now I've got a beach ball.
Okay, wait, somebody's chatting. Hello. Okay, we already have somebody in here. Perfect. Look at us. We're so punctual.
We
It's
are.
nine o'clock.
Fucking up though. Fuck.
Can you hear our voices and they sound okay? Hey. I'm asking the chat if they can hear
There
us.
we go.
Voices are fine.
Check out this shit. You see this shit? You seen this?
Hold on. Now I do. Yeah.
This turned out exactly the way I expected it to.
So
Hell yeah.
I'm glad that I don't have like that weird thing that we were going on last time. So that's good. Yay.
Basically, we're crushing it. Thank you for bearing with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just moving some things around.
Mm-hmm.
But how cool is it that like we've got our little logos up there? I'm so proud of myself, bitch. I'm
I
so
think
proud
that's
of you.
cool because like then I can see that I'm the keeper and you're the Amberlin. So
Yeah,
it
so then
kind of
people know
goes
which face
together.
goes with which. So, okay. So that's happening. We've got that going for us, which is nice.
And there's no echo today, so this is a positive. We're getting better.
We're happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys are getting a little glimpse into our sort of pre-show ritual. Well, a pre-show ritual doesn't usually involve messing around with fucking video, but it does involve doing a shot and it does involve deciding what we're going
It
to talk
does, dude.
about
I'm
once we start
literally
rolling.
pouring. I'm literally pouring right
I've
now.
got I got a little bottle of Fireball here
There you go, with your little fucking mug.
with my little tiny mug.
Little mud shot glasses. Everyone to do a shot with us
La
is
la
more
la
than
la.
yeah. And I have the
So
Little
I'm
Mermaid
I'm
glass.
I'm drinking this shit down. Mm.
Okay,
Ah, all right.
I needed that.
Son of a biscuit's drinking Gatorade. Electrolytes.
That's
That's right.
good.
That's real good.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So, oh, you know what we need to do that I didn't think about? Okay, we're back. Sorry, I fucked it up. I don't know what I'm doing. So, okay, are we ready to do this fucking thing? What do we want to toast to?
I just took a shot, so now we're toasting and we're kind of doing it backwards.
I usually take a shot before.
Why is our Twitch get into our Twitch, girl, and look how fucked up it looks.
Oh shit. Hold on. Let me fix it. I can fix this. I can fix it. There, fixed.
Okay.
Oh shit, now you're small again. What the goddamn? See, this is what happened. I did a thing, I fucked the whole thing. Okay. I think we're good.
Okay.
Yay! Dun, 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 dun. Okay, what do we want to toast to? We want to toast to...
Let's ask the chat. What should we
What
toast
should we
to?
toast to, guys?
Oh, nothing.
You're doing amazing, sweet.
We're
Thanks.
doing amazing.
Thanks,
Thank
Ronald
you.
Reagan. I hope you're not being fucking sarcastic, because I'll cut you.
Ronald Reagan, we have a dick in here. That's amazing. That's so perfect. Should that reminds me of what was going on our Twitter, the Wheel of Time dance party with Tricky Dick and the dick pic. So do you want to toast a Tricky Dick? I think we could do that.
Yeah, let's fucking toast a Tricky Dick.
Let's fucking toast a Tricky Dick.
All right, y'all, are we ready?
Okay, wait. We're having another
land's ass.
land's ass. So you want to do two shots, one a Tricky Dick and one the land's ass?
Man, I hope the booze holds out.
All
right.
All right. All right, to dick and ass. For dick first, then ass. That sounds perfect. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be so fucked by the end of this stream. You guys are gonna see me get drunk real time. Enjoy.
Okay, here we go.
I'm already drinking. Go, go, go.
I went. It's done. Oh fuck.
All right. Land's ass. Two shots.
Go
Two shots. I like my Kia.
Two shots. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and raid my husband's whiskey. All right, to land's ass.
To land's ass. That's definitely a good one. All right. So I'm on 3 shots.
Me too. What could possibly go wrong?
So tell me, I mean, maybe you don't want to share because this is live and we can't edit anything out, but is everything okay with your home life and situation, Jess, with what was going on before the Twitch? Because I know that you kind of had something that happened, and I don't know if you share.
Yeah, it's completely fine. My husband was having like abdominal pain for the last couple of days. And so we went to urgent care and they're like, yeah, you're either constipated or you have diverticulitis. And we're like, okay. So they sent him over to the hospital to get a CT scan. And he does, in fact, have diverticulitis, which is basically an inflammation of the large intestine. And so he has to be on a liquid diet for 48 hours and he has to take antibiotics, but then he should be fine. But it's been, you guys, it's been a fuck of a day because first of all, weather bullshit alert. We got like a foot of snow in a 24-hour period. And then in my hubris, I had shoveled and then I did not shovel again. And in my hubris, I thought that would be okay. And I was wrong because we got stuck at the bottom of our driveway and it took a million years to get out. And then he went to urgent care and then we had to go to the hospital and then we got a notification that our checking account was overdrawn because our fucking landlord decided to deposit 2 rent checks at the same time. Like, hey, dude, what's your life like that you can just let a whole big fucking rent check just like sit there uncashed for 6 weeks? But hey, cool. No problem. So everything's fine. We have a buffer, so it's not like it's a big deal. But it's just sort of like, a lot of us need to get our house in order, and my landlord Bob is one of them. So tell
Sometimes
Bob,
landlords be like that.
sometimes they do. You don't think that they do, but they do. So
So let
how
me
are you
know when
doing?
you want to start.
What you want to? Don't you want to get on your weather bullshit for a minute?
Well, the weather bullshit is it's been raining cats and dogs. And my dog is very particular about going poop in the rain. Like that's just an ordeal, first of all, right there.
I look. I fucking get it.
Like
From your
he has
perspective,
to
not your
get to
dog's
the
perspective.
point. Let me tell you guys something. My dog has to get to the point where it's like life and death. Like he's so constipated. Speaking of constipation, this ties in perfectly. Whatever.
Segue.
Um,
Perfect.
that he goes poop twice, like one in quick succession, one right after the other, because he's been holding in so long. It's like two rotations, and so we take him out, and he'll only go like right out front where like all the cars are, and everyone drives in our apartment complex. It's like right by the fucking highway, and there's like cars and shit. He's the only dog I've ever seen that does not even notice that there's any cars around or people around or even other dogs around. He
Oh
doesn't
my god,
notice
that's so good.
people, dogs, cars, anything. Like he'll literally want to put his neck out in the line of traffic because his favorite place to poop is like right on the curb, like where that last little stretch of grass is, right before you get to the fucking highway. And he'll toenail himself squatting like right and directly into the line of traffic almost where it's dangerous. And it's like there he's got to feel he's a little chihuahua, right? He's this tiny little dog, and there's these cars like going 70 miles per hour, and he's just like taking a shit, not even looking at the cars, like he's looking over here and he's looking over here, and it's like, all right. So it's pouring rain, and the cars are fly by, and there's water going. He's just like, whatever, and he's
No fucks.
comfortable. He doesn't want to go like right by the apartment. He can't do that.
Well, why
But
would he
right
do
by the
that?
apartment is another problem because we have like a gaggle of geese, and yes, I'm using that correct term, and
Geese are
ducks.
fucking dicks.
They are so dicks. I didn't know this, but there are people that like instead of having dogs on their property, will actually have geese on their property to honk and like chase after
Yeah,
intruders for someone on your property. No lie,
can
no
confirm.
word of a lie. And I'm
No
like,
word of a lie.
that's a genius because A, they don't cost nearly as much of a dog to upkeep, and they're way more like on point if they see or smell or detect anything on anybody's property.
Let me
Like,
tell you a story about how I was trying to get to the fucking bus stop to go to work once when we were still living in our apartment complex.
mm-hmm,
And no word of a lie, a
mm-hmm.
fucking like two gangs of fucking geese chased me
Oh yeah,
away.
oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm I am an adult human who is bigger than you, and yet here I am running away from you.
They
They
don't
were in
give
a
a
fucking
fuck.
V formation coming. Oh, they were coming at my dick. It was
They
fucking
honestly don't.
bullshit.
Like it's like
Fuck
it's
it.
like, all right, well, geese have no fear, so we have them, and we have the ducks. And God forbid when you go to throw a bird seed for them to eat, it's the geese and the ducks like fighting. And now what they do is they camp out underneath the stairs of our apartment. So there's constantly like duck shit like all over the walkway, and they're having to clean it up. So between that and the dog soup, which is why it's correlating here. Anyway, off topic.
um,
Um,
should we talk about Robert Jordan's epic fantasy series, The League of Twins?
yeah, I mean,
Um, we have. Oh, my dogs aren't. They're roughhousing. They do what they want. Um, my Synapse task is loading. I don't know why it's taking a long time to load.
do you
I'm
want
prepared.
to start recording? Do you need to send me the link to get into our recording session?
No, that should be
So how
taken
are we doing
care of.
this for our podcast?
It should be. It should be taken care. Aha, here we go. Yeah, it's good. We're recording.
Okay, you did not think that I need to get into, and you just almost ended a.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
so
Oh,
I can't hear you anymore in
fuck.
Skype.
You can?
No, I can't.
You can or you can't?
can. There was just a slight delay where I could
Okay.
not. Can everyone hear us
And
in
we're
the Twitch
fixed.
stream? Can y'all hear us? Nobody's saying anything. Okay. Thank you. Okay, there's
Dragon says, okay, everyone.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a delay, so. Okay.
Okay.
So, we are going to talk about, why is it, god damn it. Hold on. Shit. Sweet.
Why am I big again?
I'm fixing you, don't worry about it. Shh, it's fine. Shh. Shh. Hush, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. We know what we're doing. We're fucking professionals. Okay, there you go. Resized. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it. Okay. So, yeah. Epic fantasy series, The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, so, my
Wait, do you want to start? Wait, do you want to start and do our, like, welcome to the White Tower?
Shit, we should do that. We need to do another shot then.
Our fucking intro, bitch!
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Eat my dick. Okay, pour a shot. Come on.
I would if you had one.
Oh, you know what? Okay. Oh, god damn it.
So what are we toasting to for the beginning of the episode?
We could do Land's ass again.
No, we've already done Land's ass.
Let's toast to episode 20.
Let's toast to the Twitch stream in episode 20. Let's do it.
Ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
1, 2,
3.
To episode 20.
Oops.
Episode 20, Twitch stream.
Ooh, fire coming in hot. Ooh,
it's like the worst Twitch stream ever in all history, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Fucking lit.
All right, so that's 5 shots.
So we're 2 away from like critical mass.
I've had 11 before. I've told you about my story. I've had 11.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that story. It's just that's so many shots. Okay, so this week my synapse ass. Oh wait, no shit, I forgot. I fucked it up again. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the White Tower. I'm Jess, your Airline Seat.
And I'm Jen, your Keeper of the Chronicles.
Welcome to our extremely well-organized live stream of our 20th episode of our amazing podcast that is definitely not garbage.
Definitely not garbage. And we have to do something for getting 1,000 Twitter followers soon. Because I know we're going to, just because the way math works, we're going to hit 1,000 followers. And
you know what? It's definitely going to be this episode with this fucking lit as hell fucking live stream. Hell yeah. This is what's going to do it.
So this dumpster fire that you guys are enjoying we perish together. Yeah, so we gotta do something that people do giveaways, something like that. I don't know. We're gonna have to do something. So I look forward to that.
Yeah, if you guys have suggestions of something rad that we can do, tell us because we got nothing. So,
anyway, so we're recording this live on Twitch. If you're here with us, thank you. By the time you'll be hearing this in the podcast, obviously it's going to be just the audio. But yeah, thank you guys.
The Twitch stream will be available still.
I've had 4 shots. Jess, you've had how many now?
Also,
be honest. Okay, so we're 4 for 4. It's like the Wendy's meal, 4 for 4. So. We're doing that. We talked about weather bullshit earlier and constipation issues. Sorry, guys, if you guys are just
that out at the end.
The audio, then you missed it. Okay. So yeah, what we're going to be talking about is chapters 37 and 38 of Robert Jordan's series. It's this book series. It's a wonderful series. It's called The Wheel of Time. You guys should definitely read it. They're making a movie out of it.
They're not making a movie.
Everybody knows it at this point. So
Fucking-
enjoy, and just you go as
Here's my broke ass copy of The Eye of the World. I lost
broke
it
ass.
over. It's gone. Broke ass donkey. Okay. So this evening, I will be doing my synopsis on chapter 37, The Long Chase.
Why is my shit? Hold on, before you do that, my
What?
shit's all crazy in Twitch. Getting to Twitch.
Oh, god damn it. Why does it do that? I have it locked. There's like a source thing and I have it locked. I don't know. Twitch, you're an ineffable bitch.
Okay. Now we can go ahead and you can talk to me about chapter 37, which is considered the long chase. Have a good time with
The Long
that.
Chase, yes. But blissfully, only like 5 pages long. Thank you, Jesus. Okay.
I cannot say the same. Go ahead.
Okay. Lights up on there. I've got echo now too. How do people do this? I don't understand. Okay. Maybe I'm just yelling too much. Anyway. Lights up on Nynaeve, stood in a forest or whatever, holding on to 3 horses. Lan and Moraine left her there while they went off to check out whatever the hell, and Nynaeve is annoyed because they didn't tell her what they were doing. Lan's just like, here, and handed her the horses and then just left, and Nynaeve's like, what the fuck? Mandarb is standing there just chilling, but Nynaeve knows that the only reason he's being cool is because Lan gave her the reins himself. She made the mistake of trying to be nice to him once, and he was like, bitch, you better don't. She's staring in the direction
of Sorry, go ahead.
She's staring in the direction that Lana... Bitch, you better don't.
Bitch, you better don't.
She's staring in the direction that Lan and Moraine went and petting her own horse's nose while Deeb shoves her nose in there like, yo, give me some of that sugar. And Nynaeve's like, well, it's not your fault. Your mistress is a stone cold beast, so some scritches. Flash back to their travels post White Bridge. Nynaeve is kind of freaked out by how normal everything looks, kind of feeling like things should be different now that she knows that Trollocs and Fae are a real thing. They stick to the Caemlyn Road for however long until suddenly Moraine's like, ah, shit, I lost him. And Nynaeve's like, the fuck? And Moraine's like, he lost the coin, we out. And they turn north and leave the road to go find the only boy who managed to hold on to his damn money. Nynaeve has a moment of introspection as she looks back up the Caemlyn Road and then has to hurry up to catch up with Lan and Moraine again. After this, Lan keeps looking back to make sure she's still there and waves her to come up by them, which she doesn't, and Lan stays beside Moraine. Like, what you doing, Lan? Keeping an eye on your girl. Come get your girl. Mm-hmm. Then one night, Moraine stands up out of nowhere. Ah, fuck, I lost this one too. He doesn't have his token anymore. And Nynaeve's like, got question marks all over her head. And Moraine like, this is fine. We just keep going in the same direction, and once we're close enough, I'll be able to find him without the coin. And Lan's like, cool, and he pieces out to sleep. And Nynaeve can't sleep, and Moraine's just sitting there with her eyes closed, but she's not sleeping either. And then Moraine's like, ah, dunk, he got the coin back, kick ass, and she fucks off to sleep as well. And Nynaeve's like, everything is so fucked up right now, I may never sleep again. And honestly, like, girl, same. We're jerked back in media, and it is res when Lan grabs Nynaeve's arm out of nowhere, and she damn near stabs him. She thinks he's going to be all smug about sneaking up on her, but he's just like, you're needed. And he hobbles the horses, then grabs her hand, and they bounce.
Typical Lan, I'm sorry.
I know, right? It's like fucking classic Lan.
Sorry.
Classic Lan. So, yeah, Nynaeve grudgingly admits that she wouldn't have been able to follow him in the dark if he weren't holding her hand. And she thinks that she wouldn't be able to free if she wanted to because he, quote, had very strong hands. And we're all over here like, bitch, we know.
We know.
We know.
It's Lan.
They get to where Marines posted up, and below them is a camp. Lan figures there are at least 200 white cloaks down there. I am not set up for my Spanish Inquisition soundbite, guys. I'm sorry. 200 white cloaks down there, and Moraine can...
You're Amberlyn. What the fuck? Go ahead.
You know
I understand.
What? Blow me. Ah. So, right. 200 white cloaks, and Moraine can feel the boy right smack dab in the middle of the damned camp. And Nynaeve's like, why is he a prisoner? And Lan's like, fucked if I know, but it ain't good. So Nynaeve's like, all right, cool, how you gonna get him out? It's like, she says it like it's a foregone conclusion that he can actually do this. And Lan looks at her like, you think I'm that good? And Nynaeve is thinking, well, some of the stories about warders must be true, dude. She wonders if he's laughing at her, but he's all business-like, and he's like, well, even if I'm out, he might be all fucked up, which means no stealth bonus. And if they see us, they'll chase us, and we'll be riding double. Unless we can make sure that they're too busy to chase us, are you, Nynaeve, up for a caper? And Nynaeve's like, shit, yeah, I'll do a caper. And Lan's like, sneak down there, cut the picket ropes on the horses, almost but not quite all the way through. Then Moiraine makes a distraction, the lines will break, and then they'll have to chase the horses instead of chasing us. There are 2 guards on that side of the camp, but if, quote, you are half as good as I think you are, they'll never see you. Nynaeve isn't. That's like hardcore coming on to her for Lan. Like, he basically just showed her his dick, if we're being really honest here.
Dick. Yeah.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So Nynaeve's internally screaming, but externally is like, cake. And Lan's like, oh, BT dubs, there are wolves out there too. They acted like they wanted me to see them, but just like stay away from them and they should leave you alone. And Nynaeve's like, thanks for the tip, Land Alman Dragger and Animal Whisperer. I only grew up literally surrounded by sheep. Lan's like, grunt. And Nynaeve's like, smirk. Then Lan's like, alrighty then, allons-y.
Oh, flirty.
So flirty. And Nynaeve's thinking, I've made a huge mistake, but she starts to move out before she can change her mind. Moiraine grabs her arm and is like, don't fuck up, and hustle back as soon as you're done. And Nynaeve's like, goddamn bitch, you gave me a bruise. And then Nynaeve realizes that Lan fucking disappeared at some point in the 27 seconds that she and Moiraine were talking. And she's like, yo, what the fuck, dog? And then Nynaeve girds her loins, both literally and figuratively, and gets into business. She rushes at first and makes a bunch of noise, and then she stops and reminds herself that she's not in a competition with Lan, and the little voice in her head is like, girl, please. Nynaeve stalks through the dark like she's on fucking SEAL Team 6 and even manages to avoid being seen by the I mean...
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, for real, though. Okay? And even manages to avoid being seen by the dumbass White Cloak guards. She gets to the horses and starts cutting through the picket lines, hoping to Christ or the light or whoever that the horses don't get restless, because that would bring a whole mess of white cloaks down on her head. She almost stops before cutting the last picket line so she can just get the fuck out. And she's like, but Lan would be disappointed in me. So she goes to do it anyway. And that's when she finds, drumroll please, the girl,
the creator,
Bella.
Yes, our bitch.
Yes, my bitch. Which means that Egwene is there too, which means that they'd be riding double, which means that if the White Cloaks chased them, they'd be fucked, and some of them would die. And she knew this, like she knew it, like she was listening to the wind, she knew it. So Nynaeve's like, fuck it, and decides to become a fucking horse wrestler. She unties Bella and the horse next to Bella, and they're both like, sup, and then she waits for whatever Moiraine is gonna do for the distraction, like, bitch, hurry up. And then the distraction happens, and it's lightning, and the horses that Nynaeve is holding onto damn near pull her arms out of their sockets. But she manages to climb on Bella. And then she sees a fucking wolf run by like, rage! And she's like, the fuck? But then there was more lightning and the horses are like, yo, we the fuck out, dog! And they make their escape. Thus endeth chapter 37.
Okay.
The window, your window keeps resizing. I don't understand what's happening.
First of all, can we just talk about Nynaeve and Lan and their constant flirting? And I didn't get it the first read. I didn't get it the first read. I'm a dumbass. I did not get that, guys. I didn't get that they were flirting when I read this the first time.
Yeah, no.
Did y'all pick up on it? Did y'all pick up on it immediately?
Did y'all pick up on that? Because I sure didn't the first or the second time. But like,
now
I'm like, y'all, they're basically fucking right now.
They're eye fucking. Like, they're body fucking.
Yeah, that's hardcore. Like,
that's hardcore sex. I did not get that.
That's like hardcore pre-sex.
Okay, thank you. The chat saying.
Yeah, they didn't get it. Guys,
because I did not get that. I'm like, what? What? I did, but I was like, oh, now reading back, I'm like, oh, he's like, you're half as good as I think you are. They're not gonna see you sneaking through that camp. But I'm just like, oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
He wants to hit that.
For Lan, I mean, another guy, obviously, that wouldn't be anything. But for Lan, that's like fucking crazy.
For Lan, that's tantamount to a fucking like.
For Lan, that's a marriage proposal.
Yeah, basically.
Essentially.
Staring plus smirk equals foreplay. Yes.
So it was pretty much Lan and Nynaeve chapter with a little bit of horse thievery mixed in. With Moiraine providing the background distraction, as Moiraine do. Moiraine is very good with providing background distraction and pretty much completely screwing up Lan's love life.
His whole
Moiraine is an A+ cock blocker. Her cock block game is A+.
Yeah, she
Moraine
has
is the
like the
biggest cock
Heisman
blocker.
Trophy. She has the Heisman Trophy of blocking cocks.
She does. She is like, you know what, bitch? I don't want your dick, but if I'm not getting it, nobody else can. And it's like
Yeah.
Moraine. People argue that she's trying to ship Lan and Nynaeve, but I don't
I,
know.
at this point, I don't think that she's on the ship. I don't think she's
At
on the ship
this
at this
point,
point. I think
no.
she gets there later.
I know what you're talking about, and now that I've had some time to reflect on it, I disagreed with you at first with Moraine.
Really?
Yeah, I
We'll
did.
have to talk about that at a point when we're not worrying about spoilers. So,
Yeah,
um,
I'm gonna spoil later on. You do realize that Moraine. Okay, I can concede the point that she wants Lan to have love at least somewhat in his life with her, but she's gonna like, I'm gonna push this out as far as it can possibly go, and she's so wrapped up in duty that like there's nothing else in her life, even love for herself, which apparently we get to much later in the book.
it's
Which
bullshit.
that is, if you want to talk about not picking up on the flirting between Lan and Nynaeve in this chapter, you definitely don't pick up on Moraine flirting with another person
With anyone.
later on at any
Fucking
point at all.
fuck.
But that's fine. Go, Jordan, with your subtlety. Um,
Yeah. Or something you decided to shoehorn in later.
so is there anything else you want to talk about your synapses? Because that was basically it. I just want to go fucking geek out about the fact that Bella was there and she got on Bella.
Yeah, Bella fucking rocked it as usual. Um, this is this is the beginning of an extremely badass rescue attempt, and I'm extremely
Yeah.
excited to hear about more about that in your chapter. It's very good, but
So chapter 8 rescue, or chapter 8, my fuck. Chapter 38, hello, there's shots to talking. Chapter 38 rescue is not that long. It's not the shortest I've had, but it's definitely not like too short either. Too short. Yo. Anyway, that's a rapper. Don't mind me. I just
I yeah, I like how Nynaeve is just like, fuck yeah, let's go fuck some shit up. She's like, yeah, I'll do a casino heist. I
question.
don't give a fuck.
Question.
Answer. What?
Do you think Nynaeve knew she liked, I mean, obviously Lan knew he liked Nynaeve. We can agree on that, right?
I agree with that, yes.
Did Nynaeve knew that she had a crush on Lan at this time?
I think that this may have been the moment that she figured it out.
Right? Here in this chapter?
In this
Wait,
chapter, I think
in this chapter she figured out she liked Lan?
I think in this chapter she figured out that she had a crush on him.
Really?
That's what I think.
Son of a Biscuit and Ronald Reagan both say that the power couple is Swan and Moraine, which I completely agree with. So
100%. 100%.
Fuck, that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, not really.
Not really. That's more
All
like
we're saying is that if we were to pick any two people to be a couple, we would pick Swan and Moraine.
I would. I think
They'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, so you think this chapter is when she discovers it. Okay. That may be.
That's what I'm thinking. Because it's sort of like she's having all of these thoughts, right? She's having these thoughts about
Right.
how, like, he's holding onto my hand. His hands are very strong. Like, and why do I care about whether I will, like, get back to Moraine before he does? Why do I care if he's going to be disappointed in me making a strategic decision? Because, like, she was going to make a strategic decision not to cut the fifth picket line. She was going to do 4, and she was going to bounce to give herself more time to get back, right? And it was she knew it was a completely reasonable decision. It was a completely reasonable thing for her to do, to fucking be like, okay, 4 lines of horses is good enough that will keep them busy. But she didn't stop there. She's like, she imagined Lan listening to her saying why she made that decision. He wouldn't judge her, but she'd still feel like she'd failed all the same because she, for some reason, deeply cares about what he thinks.
That's true.
Like, that right there, I think, was the biggest one. But yeah, I think that, like, a bunch of things started clicking for her in this episode, and, like, or in this chapter. And yeah, I think this is when she's like, okay, yeah, I actually kind of want to climb that dick.
I mean, at this point, who doesn't? But yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
there is no
No
right or wrong.
homo. No homo.
Don't say that.
Jen, he's a guy. No homo. Um, so I like the fact that you said that, and I'm very appreciative that I asked that question, Jess,
Mm.
because I did not know that you had those feelings that she discovered that on her own in this chapter. But now that you said that, I think I agree with you. I'm inclined to agree with you. I think you're right.
Thank you.
That's true.
I appreciate your recognition.
So there's another chapter we're going to talk about. It's called Chapter 38, Rescue. Ho! Okay, so here I go. Perrin lays awake at night.
How's that going for you? Bitch, what are you doing? Being able to see your being able to see your face during this adds this whole other fucking like layer of bullshit.
I'm trying. I can't fucking talk. Nobody look at me. Bitch or Twitch. Don't look at me. Pressure.
For those of you who are listening and not watching, Jen deadass just like looked just like straight into the fucking camera and just fucking stared. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I love you. Please continue.
I love you too. So, Perrin lays awake at night. They don't give dangerous dark friend prisoners blankets, obs, and he and Egwene are lying on the floor with their hands bound. The days during their march to Amador had them with a rope halter around their necks, walking behind horses. Bayar took his time at night to tell them, matter-of-factly, just how the questioners tortured dark friends of what they had waiting for them. He explained hot irons and pincers so matter-of-factly, like he didn't even care if Perrin and Egwene were alive or dead. That made Perrin think he was telling the truth. Tonight, as every night, Bayar kicks Perrin awake with boots to the ribs and checks Perrin's bound hands and feet. He also seems, yeah, he's the cool guy. He also seems to have appropriated Perrin's axe or his own weapon. Bayar crouches down and tells Perrin that he and the wolves that are following them are slowing down their march to Amador. The chain of white cloaks aren't moving at the speed they want to, especially since the wolves killed a lot of the remounts. Bayar says that if Perrin and Egwene were to escape by running off into the night by cutting their bonds with a sharp rock, say, the children of the light wouldn't have enough time to run after them. Then he drops a rock with a jagged edge in front of Perrin. Bayar says hypothetically that the guards watching their tent also speculate that they wouldn't be able to run after the two of them if they escaped. Okay, so Perrin has to think, and he realizes that if the guards outside the tent kill Perrin and Egwene as they escaped, and the White Cloaks later found a sharp rock with frayed bonds in the tent, then they could just be dead, and the White Cloaks would arrive at Caemlyn. Their troubles would be solved if Perrin and Egwene were killed accidentally, quote unquote, in an escape effort. Perrin realizes this, but still opens his mouth that he wants to talk anyway. The reader never knows what Perrin or Bayar would have said next, because at that moment the wolves enter Perrin's brain and send telepathically, "Help comes!" Perfect timing, Jordan. Perrin telepathically asks about Elias and Dapple if they were alive, and he receives back from the wolves that Elias is hurt in a cave, and Dapple is in fact alive and close by. Byars doesn't obviously understand what's going on with the telepathic like voodoo bullshit, but he sees Perrin's face contort into all types of feeling and he doesn't understand what's going on. He seems to reconsider about the offer of the rock and escape, and Perrin knows that Byar wouldn't want Egwene or Perrin alive to talk about what Byar was suggesting to Captain Bornhold later. Then the guards go down outside the tent, and Byar has Perrin's axe in hand, whirling it so beautifully that it seems to hum. From the night, all of a sudden, Lan is there. Yeah! Woo! And even though Byar is moving the axe perfectly, Lan just seems to casually lean away. Like it's some Matrix shit, the way that Jordan writes it. Like the Perrin talks about like Byar being born with that axe in his hand, and it's like moving so quickly, it's like humming. He's like nunchucking the axe around, right? And then Lan is just casually moving his shoulder from side to side, like not even blocking it, like not even his sword's not even out. He's just moving around, blocking it.
That's why Lan's daddy.
Lan, yeah. And even though Byar is being, we're talking about that. Moving on, like it's no effort to dodge the blade. Lan just knocks him out with just hands and feet, like with Byar with the axe in his nose.
Like some fucking like
hands,
shit.
feet. Not even using his sword, like badass Lan. And the next move extinguishes the lantern. Lan says he didn't kill Byar. He doesn't kill unless he has to, which is like, Lan, what the fuck? Like, can you be any more like, what are you doing? Stop! Then he tells Perrin and Egwene to get into some white cloaks. Yes, I said that correctly. Perrin and Egwene need to change into some white cloaks. That means that Perrin has to roll... Nerd. Brown. That means that Perrin has to roll Byar over and remove Byar's outer cloak and put it on himself, trusting that the unconscious man that he is afraid of is going to stay unconscious. Like this is tense period, he's like taking off his outer cloak, like, oh god. Perrin grabs his axe lying next to Byar and Natch, it's mine now, bitch. And they walk across the dark tent, and Lan is in front of them, staring off into the night, literally going, soon. So it's like Perrin and Egwene are like putting on their white cloaks and walking across the tent, and Lan's just staring out into the dark, and he's like, soon. And it's like, okay. Like this, and the dark, like with the lantern extinguished in the white cloak tent, like, oh fuck.
That actually like speaks to what Gloop Gloop Boop said. Crossover, Lan is Batman.
He's Batman. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
I mean, his parents died, right?
Yeah, I mean, his parents. Yeah, there you go. And it leaves him like this, like I guess Malkier had riches, but I mean, whatever. We'll never know. Is that a spoiler? Shit. No, I talk about it in this chapter. Moraine says.
No. I thought Moraine already told like
fucking
his whole
spoiler.
fucking origin story.
Oh shit! I'm moving on. It's done now. This is live, bitches. Perrin. What am I gonna do? Take it back. Oh, pretend I didn't hear. Don't see me and don't listen. It's over. Perrin and Egwene hold hands as Lan instructs them, and there all of a sudden is the lightning clap we read about in the previous chapter from Moraine barreling down into the camp. So that's kind of cool how, like, you know, in your chapter, Jess, they talk about there's lightning and scaring the horses, and Nynaeve jumps on the back of Bella and is running away. And the next chapter starts with my synapse ass. And you don't know exactly what the timeline is, but you see a little bit preceding that lightning clap of what Lan is doing and Perrin and Egwene. And then that moment is how you know where that distinction of time is. So I think that's pretty cool, that way that Jordan wrote that. But anyway, they run through the camp until they are up in the hills above. Oh, this is a sexy moment. This is the sexy moment. And the big reveal that I just gave away. And Moraine is standing next to 3 horses in front of them. Moraine says, Nynaeve hasn't come back. I fear she has done something very foolish. Your boy Lan doesn't even think. He whirls around to go get her. But Moraine commands, no, like a whip crack. Lan pauses and just stares at Moraine out of the corner of his eye. She says, some things are more important than others. You know that. And still, Lan looks like he's about to go after her. Like, think about that. Like, that's her warder, and he was going to be, like, completely dismissing a direct order from her to go out. Like, that's crazy.
100% insubordination.
He was just going to run out into the
He's
fucking
like,
bullshit
fuck it.
after Nynaeve.
It's your girl.
Yeah, it's your girl. Then Moraine has no choice but to out him in front of Perrin and Egwene to snap his love-crazed senses back to reality. She says, and I'm going to quote this directly from the book, remember your oaths, Alan Mandragoran, Lord of the Seven Towers. What are the oath of a diademed battle lord of the Malkieri? And Perrin's like, what?
Wait, what the fuck?
Lan's all that? Egwene's all like, huh? Too. And I will just pause here and say to those listening and viewing or whatever y'all are doing, at this point, I still didn't pick up on the fact that Lan liked Moraine. Reading this the first time, I'm going to admit that I have no shame. I'm going to be like, why was he going to like? I thought it was just sense of duty to not leave anybody behind because he was just an honorable dude. Like that's what I thought. That's as far as I took it the first time. Reading this, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to run out into the night after. He loves her. That's obvious. But I was stupid 10 years ago. I'm still stupid. But I was like way stupider then. Anyway.
Same.
Perrin thinks that Lan looks like a wolf teetering on the edge of leaving his pack. So that's a big deal. So at that moment, a pair of horses burst out from the underbrush. Oh, here's another perfect timing moment. And Lan is already at Moraine's side, sword out and at the ready, my man. But it's just Bella and Nynaeve and another horse. Yay!
Hey!
Egwene's like, Bella! And Nynaeve's like, Egwene! But the reunion can't last long. Nynaeve has no idea what Lan almost did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has no idea because she wasn't there that he was almost going to run it after until she burst out of the underbrush on Bella. Like, that's crazy. She had no idea. Yeah, Nynaeve has no idea what Lan almost did, almost abandoning Moraine to go running after her. Perrin's like, where's Rand and Mat? And it's at this point that the reader realizes that Perrin thinks that he and Egwene are the only two that were lost, and he thinks that all the rest of them have been together this whole time because he's been kidnapped by the White Cloaks and Alf with Elias. So he doesn't understand that Mat and Rand have been doing their own thing alone. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And Moraine's like, elsewhere. Like, fucking you shicey. This is why I didn't like her at the beginning of this book.
I mean,
it's like, where's Rand and Mat? Murray's like, elsewhere. Like, bitch. Oh God, I did not like her when I first read this book, y'all. Well, and Perrin, I'm just gonna say, I keep saying it. And Perrin blinks at hearing Nynaeve mutter a coarse oath under her breath at that. They mount up and move out, and Perrin feels a touch on his mind from the wolves. One day again, Dapple says. So it was right before dawn that they make camp, far away from the White Cloaks, and bury their cloaks. Moraine tells them, as they make camp and eat, that she thinks Rand and Mat are in Caemlyn. Nynaeve starts putting some ointment on Egwene before Egwene falls asleep for the wrist burns that were made by the ropes. Then Nynaeve comes to Perrin and says that she needs Perrin to take his shirt off because one of the White Cloaks she heard took a particular dislike to him. When he takes his shirt off, both he and Nynaeve notice for the first time just how bruised he is. Only his muscle from working at the forge has saved him from broken ribs. Nynaeve's like, how could one of them hate you so much? And Perrin thinks to himself, well, I killed 2 of their men. But he doesn't say that out loud. The feel of icy hot and cold washes over Perrin as she uses herbs and ointments. And he's gasping and shuddering. So, of course, the first time I read this, I don't get the reaction to her using healing ointments on him. But he's like all doing the gasping and shuddering movement. You know what I'm talking about, Jess. Then he notices that the bruises are fading rapidly. and that the colors are going from purple to brown and yellow or fade completely. He takes a deep breath and now there's barely a twinge. So from all that shit going on him, just with her ointments and healing poultices, all the bruises go away almost. Yeah. So there's our first look at what Nynaeve can do with her healing and being the wisdom all these years in Emond's Field.
I fucking never.
That's why she's
picked
wisdom.
up on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn.
Just like you made me realize what was going on with certain feats of magic just happening around Rand and Mat, and how the boys, or one of them in particular, felt afterwards. It put me on the lookout for other people using the same sort of, guys, spoilers.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so
we already know that Lan is able to use the power, and she uses that with healing.
So there are a couple people talking in the stream about, like, it is obvious that Nynaeve has healed capital H in this situation. And so someone asked, did she heal when she wasn't angry? To which I would say, she's angry as fuck. She's angry at Moiraine. She's angry.
I see that in the channel. They hurt her boy, like angry because of how protective she is of Emond's Fielders, and seeing that hurt on Perrin, I'm sure made her very, very upset. Yeah. But that's a good yeah, it's a little bit spoiler, but yet not. But that's true. Nynaeve can only use the power when she's angry, which is why she's like the fucking Hulk. That's her secret. She's angry all the time. That's why she's angry. But I love my girl Nynaeve. She's my girl. But yeah, that was her thing. So let me get Nynaeve looks scared herself. Like, she's actually like noticing, she knows exactly what those herbs and poultices can do. And she even knows that seeing Perrin's instant almost recovery isn't normal. So she's also frightened as she packs her medicines away. She's like, the next time you can go to her, like capital H, like we know she's talking about Moiraine. Well, Nynaeve, don't be so childish that you can't see you use a bit of the wind power to heal Perrin as you work the ointment in. Come on. Then Nynaeve is looking at Perrin's eyes. She says she doesn't understand and is grabbing his face to pull back his eyelids and do the mom, let me look at you thing. She says if it was yellow-eye fever, he wouldn't be able to stand. Also, the whites of his eyes aren't yellowed, just the irises, which makes no sense as far as any sickness she's aware of. Then, of course, Moiraine pops up like yellow, like Moiraine, like doing her thing, and comes over to take a look. She starts peering and muttering at Perrin. That does the whole muttering about the wheel, like she always does. And that must be part of the pattern she doesn't foresee. Like canon, Moraine's response and answer to anything going on around Moiraine is like, the wheel weaves, bro. The wheel weaves. The wheel weaves, bro. It's a part of the pattern. Moraine's like, there's no healing this. The yellows in his eyes won't harm him, but who knows what will happen to him eventually. Like, she goes fucking cryptic. The women go per usual. The women leave to go lay down, and Perrin is left gaping. Okay, so Moiraine knows about talking to the wolves thing, or it at least seems like she does. Then Lan sits down by him and is silent. This is the quiet bro talk going on, where they just kind of don't say anything and sit together.
They don't look at each other.
But it's like a camaraderie thing of like silent understanding, like the bro thing. Perrin just says, and Lan nods. Like that's the bro talk. Obviously he's talking about talking to wolves. And Lan says he knew a man named Elias Machera. Perrin's like, oh, you know him? And Lan's like, I knew him. He was a warder before what happened. The Red Aja. Lan then looks at Moiraine, and it's the first time Perrin sees him uncertain. Perrin's like, I've seen him fucking fight Murdral Trollocs and Shadar Logoth, and he didn't look uncertain. But when he starts to talk kind of maybe bad about the Red Aja, the Aes Sedai, and he looks over Moraine. He's like, like there's that inserting the first time. Perrin's like, I've heard of the Red Aja. Lan's like, most of what you heard is probably wrong, but there are factions within the White Tower. And he's like, is Elias well? Like he actually like shows concern, which is kind of cool. And then Perrin starts to go into what Dapple telepathically told him about Elias in the cave, nursing a wound, but then kind of gets uncomfy about explaining a telepathic communication he received from a wolf, which understandable.
I get it.
Yeah, so Perrin's like, is what I have going on something made by the Dark One? And then Lan goes on to tell Perrin that it's older than that and that the Dark One doesn't influence people that way, but then also goes on to talk about how the Dark One does, in fact, have his hand on the pattern and is influencing the world in lots of ways, even bound in his prison at Shale Ghul. Lan says that Perrin might need his Two Rivers stubbornness in the times ahead, and that it's good that he's so stubborn. He's worried about Rand and Mat since they don't have Moraine nearby to guard their dreams. Because, like, remember how Moraine says, I can help with dreams, but Rand and Mat don't have that. And we've already seen as readers that they're having nightmares. And that they're out on their own, alone in the world out there without an Aes Sedai's protection. And that they all need to get to Caemlyn. He's very ominous and very edgelord. This is probably the most edgelord. Now, let me tell you, Lan is throughout all 14 of these books. And he's probably the most edgelord in this scene that I've ever seen. Like, we need to hurry, and the pattern's closing in, and blah, blah, blah. And with that...
Well, and also, as somebody else pointed out, this is the most he's spoken the entire fucking book. Like, you can't be an edgelord if you're not fucking talking.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm reading in the chat, Mikey is saying, take a shot every time Moraine says the wheel weaves. You'd be dead. You'd be dead. You've been scattered throughout 14 books.
I mean, honestly, like, no, seriously, halfway through Eye of the World, halfway through the first book, fucking dead. Dead as fuck. On a slab.
Bitch, what are you holding up? I'm looking at your fucking book. Get the fuck out of here. Show that book again. Show that book. For those people that can't see, your entire front cover is ripped off. And it's torn to shit. Did you let one of your dogs have that? What the fuck?
No, this is just what I do to books, dude. I fuck them up.
Well, my Eye of the World, I will say, is pretty bad because, like, the first, like, the introduction is completely, like...
Oh, and you're getting all up in my grill, bitch.
But it was kind of... I bought it in that condition, kind of. So.
Uh-huh.
There's only, like, a little bit of glue holding those pages together. But otherwise, the spine isn't that bad, considering it was a used book. Anyway.
Yeah, I destroy my fucking books.
I love it, though. But I love that.
I've only read this. I'm on my third read of this, and this is how bad it looks.
You've read more of the Wheel of Time, I think, than I have, because technically you're on a read and a half and going through your second. I've done one.
My second full.
Second.
I only made it halfway through Winter's Heart the first time, which is Winter's Heart.
Understandable. Winter's Heart is a cunt.
Winter's Heart is the biggest fucking cunt. Ugh.
Yeah.
I could devote an entire episode to how much I fucking hate Perrin in that book.
I think everyone can.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is if Jordan wrote it that way on purpose or if he just created a character everybody hates.
I don't know.
Anyways, I'm trying not to spoil anything. Hi, guys.
Hi, how's it going, everybody?
Hi. So that was my synopsis of chapter 38 and the rescue. So Child Bayar is a pretty likable guy. I think that's
great. I love him.
I'm sure that that's very one-dimensional villain right now.
Yeah, he's like fucking Skeletor.
Other than Mordeath or whatever his name is from Shadar.
Fuck that guy.
Other than like a Murdral or Trolloc, which isn't human, Child Bayar, I think, is our first named human adversary. Now we know of one, but we don't realize how evil he is until later. We don't know what he is. That's actually the first chapter of the book. Spoilers. But we don't know how much of a villain yet. We found out in this book, actually. But Bayar is our first just one-dimensional human adversary, antagonist.
And I think that he's 100% bad all the way through. Just like,
yeah, but the weird thing is
muscle
how
evil.
emotionless he was with his anger. Like he didn't even really care about Paradine and Egwene or anything.
Oh no, he's just fucking, he's bad.
He was
Son
bad.
of a Biscuit's like Bayar is a dirty douche canoe, which is,
I love Douche Canoe.
yeah, douche canoe's a good one. He is a dirty douche canoe. Fuck that guy. Which book do you find out about Bayar? Find out what about Bayar? Obo's Rock. Find out that he's a dirty douche canoe. This book. This is the book in which we find out that he is a dirty douche canoe.
Oh, about his fate and what happens to him? Isn't that at Falme? That's at Falme, right?
Falme? I don't know.
Or is that's Bornhold for sure?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Honestly, we're going to JordanCon, and I need to learn about these books.
Oh my god! Don't talk to me about JordanCon. That's like tomorrow, essentially, as far as time is concerned. I don't have my shit together.
Gonna be lit. Get your shit together.
Yeah, he is a dirty douche canoe.
Oh, Obo's Rock. I said he's lawful evil. I was giving him a D&D alignment.
He's definitely lawful and he's definitely evil. You're correct. Yeah, he's lawful evil. He's for sure lawful evil all the way. All the way.
100.
Oh, so Ronald Reagan, our tricky dick, is saying that Bayar is there in Falme. Okay.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Fane is definitely chaotic evil.
Fane is chaotic evil. Slight spoiler there. But yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize how quickly Hopper died from being introduced.
Yeah, he died basically instantly. Like, hey, here's this cool wolf. Dead.
Like, because we find out about Hopper later in different things, but like technically him being alive is like a very, 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 very short amount of time.
Very short.
I didn't realize just how quickly that scene happened.
R.I.P.
Yeah. So.
The fireball is dead. Long live the fireball.
Otherwise,
I have so many empty liquor bottles sitting on my desk right now. It's fucking sick. In like every possible definition of the word.
We're not doing shout outs on this stream.
We're not?
Because
we're not.
So, but you want to do it next time on the White Tower? We can do that.
Oh shit, no. What happens next time? I didn't look.
Then no, we're not doing.
I forgot.
I really want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. That's really freaking cool.
Yeah, this was really fun. It's cool that some folks stopped in and like we're just yakking at us and yakking at each other. This is a good time. We should do this. If we did this again, would you guys like tune in?
Yeah, well, we're probably going to do it. I think eventually we might want to have like guests that come on and do this with us.
That would be cool.
Like, I think Jess and I have talked about wanting one guest in particular to come on and do something with us, but that I don't know if that's going to happen anytime very soon.
Maybe. We'll maybe get there. Wow, 14 people are looking at our stupid faces. What the fuck, you guys?
Yeah.
I love you so much.
I already told you, don't look at me.
Don't look at Jen. You look at me, it's fine. Oh, I'm going to take off my headset really quick because you guys need to see how cute my hair is. I've got this like Gibson girl thing happening. You can't see what
check it out.
Check this shit out. Check it out. Cute, right? Cute.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Yeah.
It's got like a little poof here in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking cute as hell.
You're very cute. I don't fuck with my hair. I just leave it down. It's getting long now, so I can just like let it do whatever the fuck. So I turned on my Twitter thing and it says, of course, there's a new Florida story out. Florida rapper YNW Melly, I don't know who that is, charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. So Florida's having Florida time right now. That just happened. So let's count all the
Florida's
transactions
having
against Florida right now. Florida for 2019 had a Secretary of State that just got sworn into office in November. He had to resign because they came out with leaked photos of blackface of him, which is great. Meaning, no, that's not great at all.
Oh no! This is booed blackface.
So yeah, why no? And like, first of all, they didn't find out about that before he ran for Secretary of State, but whatever.
That's the part about that
It's
whole
like
story that just fucks with me so much is that
it's like
he got fucking sworn in and then they found out about it. Like, what the shit?
so. The other thing is, it was unfortunate. It actually was here in my backyard in Orlando. They had at OIA at the airport. Someone committed suicide by jumping
Jesus.
off the hotel balcony inside the airport. You know how in an airport they have, in at the actual airport, a hotel there.
That's fucked.
Somebody just nosedived off their
Oh my
hotel balcony
God.
onto the airport lobby floor and committed
Oh my
suicide
God.
beginning of this month. Now this guy is charged on 2 counts of a second-degree murder, and there was another mass shooting in Sebring that happened last month in Florida. So people were killed executioner style. They were all women inside of a bank in Sebring, Florida. I forget which one it was. I forget which bank. It's not SunTrust, but it's a local Florida branch, I think.
Okay.
And I don't know the backstory behind the guy, but he like lined up women on the floor and from the back of their head, told them
really
down,
dark.
shot the back of the head executioner style. I think he may have killed himself. I'm not. No, he didn't. He was alive.
This got real dark. Remember a couple weeks ago when we said something about if there was an earthquake and America's dick would fall off into the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should start pulling for that. Y'all are fucked. That's some bad shit. Bad juju.
Oh, tomorrow is the Parkland anniversary? Oh, wow, shit.
Why are we doing this? I'm going to have to edit all this out.
Why?
It's because it's sad and terrible and sad.
It is terrible and sad.
Dicks.
I just talk about Florida a lot because I happen to have always was born and raised in Florida. I see that Ronald Reagan is a rural Florida man, no woman, born and raised. There's a couple people say they lived in Florida before. I lived in very rural Florida and the Panhandle and the Gulf, a little place called Crawfordville. It's probably one of the most rural areas ever. But yeah, anyway, so it's not cool like Madison, Wisconsin.
Well, we don't, yeah, I mean, we just got a foot of snow. A lot of snow. We got it.
So, anything else we could say closing that isn't sad?
Butts.
So we recorded an episode with our friend Daniel Green.
Whoa, who's in Milwaukee? My Kia is in Milwaukee.
Hey, another Wisconsinite.
Yep.
That's cool.
My dude. Yeah, Daniel Green. That beautiful.
So we already recorded an episode with him. When did we record it? God, how long ago was that now?
I don't know, a week and a half ago or so.
Time gets away from me.
Yeah, it'll be coming.
But that's coming. You guys will have that on a podcast episode. We're gonna have another thing with Daniel Green. And then yeah, something that'll come up with our 1,000 viewers. Probably
subscribers.
And then we have another podcast collab sometime in March, which we've agreed to. We just have to figure out the details.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Probably make sure I put that on the calendar or whatever.
Oh, I gotta get with them because we've already said yes, but like there's no other thing.
Yeah, we just had a date. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. What else? As we have discussed, we are gonna be going to JordanCon. Oh, here's a fun JordanCon story that I have to tell all of you. Okay, so JordanCon is happening the weekend of my birthday, so the last weekend in April. Now, normally, my chorus that I sing with has their concert series in the spring at the end, the last like weekend in April. Well, I went and I checked the dates for this year's concert series on the chorus website, and it said that it was happening like 2 weeks earlier in April. And I said, fantastic! I can go to JordanCon. Perfect. Well, then the other day, it was Sunday. Well, early Monday morning, I woke up and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I checked my phone because obviously that's what you do when you wake up in the middle of the night. And there was an email from fucking Karen Julian that said that the fucking dates of the concert are the last weekend in April, and I already committed to Dragon Con or JordanCon, and I'm like, fuck me. So at rehearsal on Monday, I went to our conductor Pat, and I'm like, okay, I fucked up. Here is what happened. I can do the Wednesday concert and I can do the Sunday concert, but I missed a Friday concert. Please don't make me take the semester off. Please, 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 please. And he said he has to think about it. So hopefully he will still let me sing the semester. Because I don't want to miss the semester. So the moral of the story is that I'm a dumbass. And you should not ever trust me to do anything right. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna have like a singing competition. So you're going to JordanCon and you're going to DragonCon because you say you are already going to be doing stuff with your friends at DragonCon this year, right?
DragonCon is my annual like vacation. I go
So
every
you
year.
do know that Brandon Sanderson is going to be there.
I do know that, yes.
So we're going to see each other at JordanCon and hopefully DragonCon. That can
Yeah.
help us.
Hopefully DragonCon. Yeah. I figure that we can go maybe do some Wheel of Time panels while we're there. I mean, this is my annual vacation with these specific friends, so I can't like spend a ton of time because this is
Yeah,
the
no,
only vacation I ever
understandable.
see them.
Yeah, you already had your own thing
but
on it.
but since you're gonna be there, fucking,
well, I think I'm going to
you can
be
come to
there.
drum circle with us.
You guys do a drum circle?
There's a drum circle every night. It's fucking rage. Just a bunch of random people show up with their fucking drums and they drum, and
See,
then
I've
everybody
been
like
to
gets
a couple
trashed.
of concerts before, but it's like yeah, I'll meet some friends, but I don't do anything cool or anything like that. I'm more like
We don't either.
like MegaCon in Orlando. Like I just go and look at Artist Alley and then like leave. I'm there for like 3 hours, and it's like a 4-day con. I'm like, all right, whatever. I need to do more stuff like that. So
It's a really good time. DragonCon is amazing. It's fantastic because it isn't just comics or video games or anything like that. It's like everything, literally everything. About a zillion different tracks. They're like tens of thousands. I think there were 60 or 70 people last year. It was fucking wild. Um, my friends and I, are gonna do a group cosplay of Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Um,
you play that?
Yeah, I played some. Yeah.
Cool.
I got a Switch. But I am going to. Laura's going to dress up as one of the bird people. Ted is going to dress up as the old man, who's actually the king, and
Yeah.
I'm going to dress up as the purple great fairy.
Fuck yeah!
It's going to be awesome. So
Wait, that's not the one with that shark boy in it. It's Breath of the Wild. Never mind.
There might be a shark boy. I didn't get that far in the game.
Never mind. There's like a shark. I don't know.
Is there though?
I've seen gifs of it. I'm gonna Google it as we're talking. It's been a hot minute. I don't know.
Yeah, JordanCon is on, so that is the thing that is happening. I am not sure that there's anything else of interest happening right now. We basically devoted so much of our time trying to make it so that this fucking stream would actually work that I haven't been paying attention to much of anything else.
Sidon, Breath of the Wild. And it was Breath of the Wild, Sidon.
Oh, so it's a different Breath of the Wild.
No, the guy's name is Sidon, and it's.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's happening. Obviously.
It's cool. It's cool.
So Tricky Dick talking about Breath of the Wild being so calming. My friend Laura played Breath of the Wild for the very first time at DragonCon, not this past year, but the year before. Tad brought his Switch. Laura was playing it, and the way that Laura plays video games is that she just sort of like runs around and does stuff. She doesn't do quests or anything like that. She just like runs around. So she got the torch, and then she set all the grass on fire, and then she died.
Nice. That's actually kind of cool that you can die with something like that. That's stupid.
Oh, it was hilarious.
I like how games have that like thing. Just like The Sims, if you take all the ladders out of the pool, all your Sims
They're
die.
eventually gonna die.
Yeah.
I've killed my share of Sims in my
Thank
day.
you, thank you, Obos Rockness books. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Sidon or Sidon or whatever. It's one of the fish guys. He looks like a little bit of a shark to me. Sorry, he's a fish. Sorry, I don't know.
It's fine.
So yeah, that's it. And I
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so as always, if you haven't done so already, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can find us at White Tower Pod. Our website is www.whitetowerpod.com. If you would like to email us and yell at us about our woke feminism and swearing, you may email us at whitetowerpodcast at gmail.com. If you can, and you have the ability and the uh, desire to do so, please write, review, and subscribe on iTunes. If you can't do that, if you can leave a recommendation on Facebook or whatever other podcast app you use, if it has the capabilities, if you could do it there, that'd be great. It helps us find new listeners. And that is all from us here at the White Tower Podcast. As always, we love you, and you're doing a great job.
Bye, Jess.
Love you, Jen.
Love you, Jen. Love you, Jess.
Bye.
Bye.